Normally, cyclones aren't good things. People who live on the East Coast know that better than anybody else. But there's a cyclone that's hitting Indian cricket at the moment, and it's a cyclone called Sourav Ganguly. What, a week, 10 days in charge? Look at how many things have happened all of a sudden. First thing, he's gone and met Virat Kohli. I think that was critical. He said India will play day-night test match cricket. He said that there will be contracts in place for domestic cricketers. He's gone and visited Rahul, Dravid. It's almost as if all of a sudden there's 36-hour days in Sourav Ganguly's life. For those of you who know Sourav like I do, it doesn't surprise me at all. I did a blog, if you remember, on why I thought Sourav Ganguly becoming president of the BCCI was one of the best things that could happen. There's so much that he has to do. I'm sure his job list, his list of things to do is overflowing at the moment. But amidst all the big things that he has to do, Sourav, there's 3 things I would like you to look at very carefully, given the passionate cricket lover that you are. First thing is the NCA. I know you've already gone and met Rahul Dravid, that you're planning to make it a center of excellence. I remember speaking to Rahul some years ago when he was still playing, and he talked about how beautiful it was to go back to the NCA, where he had world-class facilities, world-class physios, and just get his game back, get his fitness back. And that was what the NCA was meant to be. There's talk in recent times that the NCA has become a little relaxing room for first-class and test match players and international cricketers, that you go back there and relax. That's not what the NCA was meant to do. So I hope you go back and make the NCA that big center where people come in at one level of cricket and go out becoming better cricketers and better people. So that's my first wish from you, Sourav. The second is, let's make watching cricket in India that much easier by saying that you want to have a day-night test match. You've already looked at the marketing side, at the spectator side, but watching a test match from the ground, or watching a T20 or a one-day international from the ground, has to be a wonderful, pleasant exercise. You love England, don't you? You love Australia, don't you? You love watching cricket in those countries. You've talked about it so often. And the reason is that there's a great effort made to make spectators coming to the ground feel happy. The IPL already does that to some extent, but for bilateral internationals, maybe we should just talk to the state associations and make watching a game a far more pleasurable experience. But I've left my biggest request for the last. The one thing I would like more from you, because you've experienced it yourself as an international cricketer, is look after young talent in India. Over the last 8 or 10 years, with the coming of the IPL, with the coming of the central contracts, with so much more little endorsement revenues for the bigger stars, much more, but even at another level for the lower stars, there's so much money, there's so much scrutiny, there's so much fame. I hope we don't start losing cricketers because they can't handle their fame and money. We're seeing the case of Prithvi Shaw already. We've got to yank Prithvi Shaw from the downward spiral he is on and pull him back. We've got to get all these young people who are having to embrace fame and money far, far earlier than even you had to, and get them to get used to it. Maybe we can go back to the earlier system that existed long ago in the board, where they kept part of your money away in a benevolent fund. Maybe you can say, let's find an investment platform, a 100% safe investment platform. Maybe Government of India, tax-free bonds, whatever. There are more competent people than me to judge that. And say that till you reach 25, or maybe even till you retire, we'll just keep some of your money away as savings, so that if you have an injury, fall on hard times, there's still something there for you. And I'm sure you've already started thinking about mentoring younger players and telling them whom to be with and whom not to be with, and telling them about the perils of meeting the wrong people and how to handle fame and money. So 3 simple things for you, Sourav. I'm sure they're on your things to do list, but I hope you address those.